Hello, everybody, and happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the Hollowed RPG channel here on Twitch and YouTube. I am your DM for the evening, Richard, and we are back with the campaign Eye of the Storm in the Kingdom of Ilari. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hope everyone's past couple weeks were good. We took a break last week and are back at it again this week. And to spare my players, I will do the recap myself. I won't ask any of you to do it this time. The Storm Chasers, having found themselves back in Nestle Rock, trying to investigate Saren, Giles' manservant and also a hidden agent of the mysterious Enix. You find yourselves unraveling the mysteries even further of Nestle Rock, having investigated Saren's secret lair beneath Sir Giles' manor, underneath the seemingly innocent candle-making workshop, and after being almost defeated by some deadly traps Saren had set with oozes and flame, you all made your way out and decided to tackle that problem at a later time, asking Winford, the half-orc miner you had saved so many months ago in the hidden temple of Siberion underneath the mines, to give you a tour of the mines and see how things were going at that hidden temple. You all had found Winford to be a little bit mysterious and suspicious in his ways, and after confronting him, found out he was under the effects of an enchantment. After breaking the spell and freeing Winford from his months-long enslavement, you entered the temple itself, having found it once again occupied with orcs from the clan of the Crystal Blade. After surviving an ambush in the main hall of the temple, you made your way back to town, where Winford had explained to you that the clan of the Crystal Blade, having gained powers from this mysterious Enix, had subjugated all the other clans, orc clans, of the northern Frigid Outlands, and created one unified war army under the war chief, Kuz. After figuring that you could use the other entrance, tunnels on the other side of the hidden temple to possibly traverse underneath the White Dagger Mountains, bypassing the waiting time for the winter freeze at Chowin's Pass, Halbar had tried to climb up high onto the mountainside and maybe look for a sign from his people, specifically his uncle, the shaman, who was supposed to send word when he was to return north. Having been unable to see anything due to the rain clouds in the sky, Halbar returned back and asked Belladin for help. Belladin, you reached out with your magic and your staff and tried to detect a creature matching Hal's description. And as your magic goes out in waves, farther and farther and farther, until you think you're not going to find anything, you feel a slight tug and ping. Just at the spell's range, you detect the presence of a large Arctic rock.
Belladin stands there. He's got his staff in one hand. It's held out to his right. His left hand is equally kind of out, away from his body. The way he uses his magic, he's like spreading himself outward. And then I'll just pretend I didn't see that. And as he gets this connection, his instincts as a druid, he feels the bird just as much as he like senses it with his magic, and he feels the wind, the biting cold wind in its feathers, and the moisture against its beak, and for a moment his arms start to move like he's on the wind as well, and then he brings them back down, and a smile touches his lips just for a moment, thinking about how he spent so much time in the earth recently as a giant badger, and in the caves and in the mines, and what it'd be like to fly, and maybe that's what he wants to tackle next. And then he shakes himself off and re-enters the tavern and the inn and looks for Hal. Where would I find Hal?
Probably still sitting in the tavern, just relaxing with the rest of the group, probably.
Well, Belladin comes over to the table. He motions towards the young woman who works here and says, "Well, I feel like I haven't done this yet, but I feel like now is a good time. I'd like to buy everybody drinks. What would everybody like?"
More ice water. I'm not sure you need to pay for that.
Have I ever seen you drink alcohol, Hal?
I don't think so.
Do you drink alcohol?
I have, just not frequently.
Well, I feel like, besides us surviving the mine and also our recent activities in the Sentinel Forest, I feel like we have a reason to celebrate. So if you do drink, what do you drink?
Usually something spicy and hot, Honestly, when I was younger, we were out on the tundra, and that's really the only thing we did drink. So I kind of grew tired of it, but it's been a while.
Okay. Kor, do you drink? Are you allowed to drink? I don't know what the rules are where your monastery.
I mean, I'm old enough to drink. Is that's what you ask?
Would you like a drink?
No, thank you.
Okay.
But celebrates, we...
Yes, we have a reason to. Fenthwick, can I buy you a drink?
You can. Let's see what passes for top shelf in this establishment.
Yeah. So I'm gonna motion for the young woman who works here to come over so I can order.
And Ravina comes by. Yes, Belladin. How can I help you?
We actually have something to celebrate here at the table. What is if we were to order your finest blank? What would the finest blank be?
Blank. I'm not sure.
No. Like I don't know what your finest ale, your finest wine, your finest liquor, your finest spiced whatever Hal has from the tundra.
Oh, I mean, we've got some brandy that old Dolan makes every year from some of the apple harvest that we get. But I'll ask my father if he has anything special.
Whatever your finest is, we'll take 3 glasses. Kor doesn't drink or doesn't want to drink. He's a good fellow. He doesn't drink too much. I'm saying all this in common. I don't know. See. There's always the back and forth of how much Kor actually understands of common. So we'll see. We'll see what he thinks of what I just said to her.
Oh, well, is there anything I can get you other Kor? I mean,
water is nice.
Right. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So as she leaves, Belladin turns back to the table and says, "Well, I did the locate animals spell that I tried with you earlier, Hal, and it was just barely at the edge of my ability. But I have to tell you, I've never seen an Arctic rock before, but man, they're beautiful. The way they dance along the air. It was too far to see. It was, I think it's about 5 miles is the distance, but it was up in the mountains. And I don't know why would one be, this far south unless it was sent for you."
Hal gets up quickly and grabs his stuff and says, "Show me."
Oh, it was okay. I just stay inside the tavern and I just point in the direction that it was. Like it was 5 miles that way, and it was so far away I couldn't even see. It was up in the mountains. So, I, with the storm, because it's still raining, right? It's still like really coming down.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like there was no way to see it. Hal. It was only because of my magic that I could even sense it.
Hal doesn't hear you because he's running across the town towards the way you pointed.
Oh no.
And he points to the northeast.
Oh, I feel like I should have waited until after the drinks got here to tell him then. My bad, Fenthwick.
Halbar, once you get out there, you can give me a perception check, please.
That's a 9.
Yeah, with the rain coming down as it is, the cloud cover is just too much, and you're not able to make out anything.
Okay.
You think he's just gonna run northeast without us? Like, what do you think?
Sorry.
Well, he ran out of the tavern
Oh. No.
across the
he'll be
town
back.
in the rain. Okay.
He'll be back for bed.
And at this time, Ravina comes back, and I talked with my father, and he does have something he's kept for quite a while. I hope this will be to your liking. And she shows you a kind of a rounded bottle, dark glass, and it has across it, it says Tookborough whiskey.
Ooh. I had whiskey once before.
I would say, Fenthwick, you could roll me a history check.
13.
13. You're not familiar with the name.
May I roll an insight check to check her body language on how much this bottle might be worth? Like how she's holding it, how she's talking about it.
Sure,
Like
go
it's-
ahead and roll me an insight check.
15.
15. You're not sure the exact amount, but you can tell it is pretty pricey. Probably one of the most expensive things you can find in this village.
Nice. Does your father I mean, I imagine he wants to keep the bottle, and we only need 3 glasses. I don't think we're going to drink much more than that. So I don't want to take all of your father's been keeping this for such a long time. So
I've actually never seen him open it.
oh.
Uh,
Well, I kind of feel bad about taking it then. Let's
Well,
go.
no. What good is it if it's not for drinking?
Okay.
It's not for looking at. It's for drinking.
All right.
And this is a drinking establishment.
I have to agree with Sir Fenthwick, and my father explicitly said that nothing is too good for the heroes of Nesselrock.
I'm going to lean over to Fenthwick. Okay. I have a feeling that this might be the most expensive thing in this settlement. So,
That's not saying much.
I know. I didn't want to be mean, but I don't know how much to give money-wise.
Outside of anything that might be in Sir Giles's manor, of course.
Right.
Well, ask her how much then. Let her set the price.
Okay. Well, how much is it for 3 glasses? Because that's all we need, really.
Right. And as much as he would love to give it on the house,
Oh no!
he did say we have to charge, but
Yes.
we can give you a discount.
Nope. Nope. Don't accept it.
No. What we insist, 1 gold per glass.
I give her 15 gold.
Her eyes go wide for a moment. This is far too much.
Consider it a tip for outstanding service.
The hospitality here and the welcome that you have given my new friends, my hopefully long-term companions, it's the least that we can do.
I don't know how to thank you. Oh, it's really been my pleasure. And Belladin, with your passive perception and insight, you can tell when she said that she quickly glanced over to Kor.
Oh yeah, she did. Nice.
Then she kind of, puts her hair back over her ear quickly. If there's anything else, anything at all, just don't hesitate to let me know. I'll just be in the kitchens.
Will do.
Um,
Thank you.
And I'll be right back with that ice water, Kor. Don't worry.
Well,
She gives a shy smile back and runs off into the kitchen.
If Kor watches her go, he turns back around, and Belladin's just got two big old thumbs up for him.
do they not have gold here?
One thing I learned, my time all over this place, is that depending on the amount of people in a location, and this might be too mathematic, it's like directly correlated to the amount of wealth that people have. So if you notice, there's not a lot of people here. So usually that means they don't have a lot of money. So I guess the easy answer is no, they don't.
Maybe we should leave gold on the dresser, like Hal said.
Yeah. If you wanna show your appreciation.
At this point, where we switch back, the scene cuts back to Hal standing out in the rain. Hal, what would you like to do?
I'm heading towards the mountain area northeast.
You son of
finding a
no.
animal path or footpath
Oh my
that leads
god.
me up into the mountains. I'll turn on my light and I'll start climbing or going up the path.
Okay.
Oh my god. Can I use 2 charges and cast locate Hal?
You guys are waiting in the tavern with your drinks. So Hal, give me a survival check. 11. Whether it's the heavy vegetation of being in this environment, even in the winter here, there it's more lush than what you're used to on the tundras, or your excitement, maybe even anxiety of finally having the sign you're waiting for, it takes you a while to find a safe path up the mountain. I would say it takes you a good maybe 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, you do make your way up even higher than the point you did previously, taking a little bit more risk this time. But I'm not even going to make you roll an athletics check. You were easily able to climb up parts of the mountainside, given your athleticism. And you make your way up higher and higher. It's still pouring down around you, but you are higher up.
Does this path stop at any point, or does it keep going further into the mountains?
You have a few game trails, maybe, that zigzag, but you weren't so much just following a path as a path of least resistance up the mountain. You could definitely try to go higher if you'd like, further and further up in the mountain.
I'd like to get to a point where it's almost a outcropping on this mountain, not the summit, obviously, but something where I can look further to the north, if that's possible, or to the northeast, or at least get above an area.
Give me another survival check.
All right. That's a 22.
22. This time, maybe it's the clarity that the strenuous activity has given you, but your head is clear now, and you're able to definitely look up at the mountainside and say, okay, this is where I need to go. And you make your way, and eventually you do kind of make your way to a large, like you said, outcropping, sticking out from the side of the mountain, pretty high up. Think almost like, Lion King-esque, but like a boulder on the side of the, like the tectonic plates have shoved and then created this point jutting out from the mountainside. And you make your way up top there.
And I think at this point, he'd take his necklace off that holds the gem of brightness, and he'll use one charge to make it flash in the direction that Belladin pointed. Not as to blind somebody, but just to make a bright flash in that direction.
So you lift up your gem of brightness, and it flashes a brilliant light, and you have to shield your eyes even from it. The townspeople down below think it's just another flash of lightning. That's how bright it is. And you stand there, and you wait for a minute, 2 minutes. Make a perception check for me, please.
That's a 10. Damn dice.
Another 2 minutes go by. You don't see anything. What would you like to do?
What time is it?
It's getting on to early evening now, I would say. You're probably like an hour from sunset.
How long does it take me to get me up here? I'd probably turn around if I'm going to be caught up here in the dark.
Yeah, about 45 minutes. 45 minutes from the other point, and another 20 to 30 to get to this point.
If he was gone for an hour, I would have left to go find him.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay,
But
just wanted to put that
because
out there.
he just took off and howls pretty fast, so the only
Yeah,
one who'd
no.
been able to catch up to him was Kor.
I was gonna. Okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty dark already with the storm clouds within the sky. It's a pretty overcast, dark gray day, afternoon and evening that it's turned into. So you figure by sunset it'll get pretty dark here. There would be no sky. There would be no light from the stars or the moon tonight.
Yeah, I would turn back and head back down so I don't get stuck up here in the cold darkness.
Okay.
And I use my background feature and make my way back down to the town.
It takes you less time, especially because you're going down the mountain, not up, and you know the path already that you took up here. So I'd say it takes you just about 45 minutes total to get back down. In the meantime, Belladin, Fenthwick, and Kor, you guys are sitting at your table. Ravina comes back with a smile, but sets the glass of ice water down in front of Kor. Doesn't say anything and just kind of smiles for a moment and then runs back into the kitchen. And you guys are there with your... How many glasses did you get? 3?
Yes.
Yeah, one for me, one for Fenthwick, and one for Hal.
So you've got about three glasses of about 2 fingers worth each of this whiskey sitting in front of you. The bottle, you weren't sure. The bottle was pretty dark,
Right.
brown glass. It's a very light amber color.
Ooh. I guess the only real question now, Fenthwick and my friend Kor, is do we drink our glasses before we go get him, or do we wait and do it after he comes back?
Oh, we can probably wait for him. I'm sure he'll be back. He takes
Yeah.
off sometimes.
It's been like-
you get used to it.
Yeah, it's been like 5-10 minutes. He's probably just trying to verify what I saw, right? So,
And you guys sit there. Another 10 minutes go by.
she is interested in you. Bellin's got the glass and he's like holding it up to the light to like get a look at the liquid, and he just says that's offhand to Kor.
And eventually, when you guys came here before with Winford, and as he was explaining, the Ale Spring Inn was pretty empty. Now you have a few more of the villagers coming in, some of the miners ordering drinks, some getting meals. It's not crowded, but there's definitely more people now. You can see Ravina heading in and out of the kitchen, getting orders, adding firewood to the fire in the corner, making sure it's nice and bright and warm in here for the customers that are coming in out of the rain.
This is an interesting point. I mean, it's overcast right now. It's raining. I understand the sun comes up and it goes down, and those are easy ways to tell time, right? The sunrise, sunset. But how do you tell time the rest of the day, especially when it's overcast like this? I'm looking at Fenthwick,
I don't know. Never really came up before.
right? Because
Who cares what time it is?
well, I only ask
Nighttime.
because
It's nighttime.
yes, that's how I usually operate. But Hal's been gone, and I was trying to think to myself, how long has Hal been gone? But I don't even know, like, minutes, hours. Like, how do I judge? It looks the same in here. The lighting's the same.
Yeah, I judge. He's been gone a while. He's been gone a long time. It's
Okay.
it's not very precise.
I'm still trying to figure out this time thing. But that's a good point. So just estimations.
And I can judge it by my mood too. It's like I'm annoyed at how long he's been gone. I'm okay with how long he's been gone.
Where the hell is he?
Yes, I'm curious where he went.
A scale.
Oh God, oh God, what has he gotten into this time?
Right.
There's measurement.
At this point, Ravina comes back. Would you all like something for supper at all,
No.
or
That's a good idea. Actually, let's put our orders in, and then I hate to do this to you. You just poured this amazing whiskey for us. We're waiting for Hal, but he's left. I think we need to go get him. So could we put in our food order and could you hold this table and we'll get him and come back?
Sure. We have some meat pies this evening.
Sounds lovely.
I'm good with it. I'm sure Hal would probably have 2.
I'll
Right.
2 for Hal. So 1 for each of you then, and then 2 for Hal.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, and I'll wait to bring another candle out to your guys' table. That one's almost
Yeah, sorry.
burned through.
I use Druidcraft and I just make the candle go out. Sorry about that.
No. I mean, that's what we have the candles for, But yeah, I'll say, he's been gone for almost half a candle's worth. So
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, well let's go get him. He probably is it as simple? Do you think that he just went in the direction I pointed because he wants to see where the bird is, the rock? I'm asking you, Fenthwick, because you've been with him.
Yeah. That's a good operating theory.
If you both want to stay, I can just go get him. I know he's fast, but look, I sensed that rock earlier, and it really made me want to fly. So I could just change into a bird and go get him.
That's fine. Whatever floats your boat.
Then you guys can just relax. So, okay, appreciate it. Thank you. And you don't have to stop other people from sitting here or make sure people don't drink this expensive whiskey. So it works for everybody, Ravina.
Oh, I wouldn't let anyone sit here take your drinks, of course.
We're not worried about it. Okay, so Belladin gets up. He goes outside, and it's dark. But if I remember correctly, Hal can't see in the dark, so he's probably using his gem of brightness.
It's not pitch. It's not nighttime yet, right?
It's not nighttime?
It's just a dark day, right?
All right.
At this point, you're probably maybe 30, 45 minutes
until
away.
sunset.
Yeah, until sunset.
Okay, cool. So when I made this character, we talked about the different animals that I would have access to. So I think this is cool. But I would like to change into a giant eagle.
Indeed.
So I get outside and I make sure there's enough room, and I wild shape.
All right.
And I go the direction I pointed, and I look for my shining barbarian friend.
You wild shape into a giant eagle in the rainy evening skies and take off into flight. Give me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Okay. Keen sight. Am I using sight for this?
I'd imagine so, yes.
All right, then I have advantage.
I mean, you tell me, is your eagle's eyes just closed flying around in the storm?
Yeah, I like to make things difficult for myself, so whenever I'm flying, I never have my eyes open. That's a dirty 20.
Doesn't take you too long. Not like he was trying to hide. But as you're flying northeast, towards the mine's entrance, but even further eastern than that, in the distance you see, at first you think you just see movement. And as you fly closer, your keen eagle eyes make out the detail of a humanoid running down the mountainside. And then you get closer, you make even more detail, and you can see that it is Hal making his way back down the mountain.
I do a eagle cry when I'm 300 feet away.
Hal, as you are making your way down from awaiting this Arctic rock, give me a perception check.
4.
Oh, man.
4. The heavy rain and thunder fills your ears, and the pounding of your own heart as the blood courses through your body as you exert your muscles to quickly take you down the mountainside. You do not hear anything.
Yeah, probably got my head down too, just watching where I'm going.
Yep.
Watching your feet makes sense. You're going down a mountain.
But you two are rapidly approaching each other.
My goodness. Well, I can go if I'm moving and dashing with my action. I'm going 160 feet every 60 seconds or 6 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And how's you're going? What, like 80? No, 100.
Yes.
20?
It
Oh no,
would
you
be
can't
80.
bonus action. 80, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would overtake you pretty quick.
Yeah, but you guys are heading towards each other, so it's pretty fast.
Oh yeah. Man, this is two trains approaching in the night.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
That damn equation actually has some use. No, just kidding.
Oh no! How
Um,
hard do I hit? How? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
The question is, how many oranges do you have?
Oh yeah, that's the important part of the question. They
Uh-huh.
always throw a random number of fruit in there just to screw up your numbers. I'm going to come up alongside him, like I see him, so I'm gonna go down, and I imagine I'll swing around and then parallel him about 15 feet off the ground and 15 feet away from him on his right, and just pace him. And then every once in a while, I'll do another eagle scream until he freaking notices that he's running with an eagle.
I would say you're not trying to hide, so it's not like
Yep.
it's not like he doesn't notice you at all, right? But
Mhm.
Al, you're running down, head down for a moment, when suddenly you see movement out of the corner of your eye.
I would probably stop and crouch and like whip my shield onto my arm and grab my hammer.
You come to a sudden screeching halt, and using that momentum, your shield swings off your shoulder. Same thing with your hammer, and in a blink of an eye, you are ready for battle. As you turn and you see a giant eagle. Belladin, if you could describe what your eagle form looks like, please.
That's interesting. It's not going to be like a bald eagle. It would be like I'd probably be all brown with like different shades of brown in the feathers, and I think I'd have like a black beak. So I'd be a very almost silhouetted shape in the sky because of the dark clouds. It might actually be a little harder to see me, but it's like brown with black. And,
I mean, you're 15 feet away from each other at this point, so
yeah, and I'm large sized. So at this point, I'm just gonna like flap my wings and then land. Once I see that he stops, and just like turn my head in a very bird-like way and turn my head to the side and just look at him with one eye.
Yep. Hal, and for a moment, as you stop and turn and feel the adrenaline pump as you think you're going to be attacked, you see feathers and wings, and your heart stops for a moment before your brain registers the color, the shades of brown. And you see this giant eagle now perched on a rock 15 feet away from you.
And it should be noted, like, giant badger, same coloring. Like, all of the animals the Belladin changes into have the same shades of brown. So I don't know if Hal would put that together, but...
Didn't you change into this eagle when we were going up the cliff?
Did I?
Yes.
Ah, then yes, you've seen this eagle before.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. How far are we from the town?
I would say you're still about maybe 15 minutes now from the entrance of the mine, and another 15 minutes there to back to the Ale Spring Inn.
Mm-hmm. And I would approach Belladin. I would probably grab a handful of feathers and point in the direction northeast, and like jump on his back and try to tug him northeast.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I can't speak in this form. Yeah. So my passive intuition is insight is still really high. So I would.
Yeah, you keep all your same stats. You just
Yep.
can't speak.
So I would see the recognition in his face. And he'd come over and he'd grab some of my feathers. Like I'd instantly like turn so that way he could mount up, because I did come to pick him up. But as soon as he like starts like motioning towards the northeast, the bird's head is gonna almost twist around all the way. He's not an owl, so he can't do that. But then it's gonna shake and then motion with the beak back towards the town.
Hal's still gonna like be pulling you northeast. Obviously, you don't have to go northeast because
Yeah.
But he's gonna be like, yeah, let's go.
So Belladin jumps as a giant eagle off of the rock that he's on, Hal on his back, and takes to the sky, quickly gaining height, and to maybe give Hal an opportunity to try and see the rock that Belladin saw earlier. So I'm gonna climb in a lazy circle. So like not straight up. I'm not trying to lose Hal, but like get a little higher and higher and higher. Not so high that we're gonna get struck by lightning or anything, but maybe high enough that Hal can try and see what I sensed before we head back to the town.
Okay, Hal, give me a perception check. I would say with advantage, given Belladin's aid in getting you higher.
16.
With a 16. As Belladin's eagle form brings you up higher, you can see it now. The silhouette of this pure white flying northward. And you look from the direction that it was, and it's pretty close now, actually.
Oh, God.
You can see that it's flying from the outcropping that you are at, flying back north.
I would probably...
Yeah, don't jump off, Hal.
It's close enough that you can see it, but it's not like close, you know?
I would probably expend a charge on the gem of brightness and try to not shoot it, but essentially aim the light in that direction.
Okay.
If he points at it and says there it is or something like that, I'm gonna turn towards that stupid bird.
And you let off the gem of brightness, and you look towards it. And Belladin, with your passive perception, you can see that its head is turned the opposite direction for now, and as it flies north and back up, not noticing the light this time.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use giant eagle body language to tell Hal to hold on, and I am going to move and dash and try and catch up with the bird. Because at this point, Hal is giving every indication that this bird may have like a message on it or something like that. I really hope we're not gonna have to fight an Arctic rock, because that would suck with just the two of us. But I will fly him as close as I can to either get its attention or what. I don't even know what.
How long are you willing to do this? Because you both have the same flight speed, and it is ahead of you quite a bit.
Dang, same flight speed. Okay.
So you start going towards it, and you're not able to catch up with it. No. What's your flight speed?
80.
Yeah, no. It's actually
Let me double check. I just looked at it, but let me double check.
It also has keen sight, so it has advantage in perception too.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I picked a giant owl because it's 80, not 60. So the giant owl does have 80 feet fly.
owl or eagle?
The giant eagle has 80. The owl has 60, but I didn't pick the owl.
Yeah.
I picked the eagle.
Yeah, the rock, it's 120. So
Whew.
It's fast.
Yeah, super fast.
you do see it veer off, though. It's not heading completely straight north. And the sun is starting to set. And it's starting to grow darker. And the storm is starting to intensify.
What do you want to do, Hal? Because Belladin can't talk to you.
I mean, Hal would be like, follow it, but Belladin also knows that he can't see in the dark with his eagle
Yeah, I
sight.
can't.
So
So once we start losing visibility, Belladin's going to turn around and hope that we can get back, and he can explain to Hal that like hey, if it's here now, it should be here in the morning. Like if it's sent here for Hal to interact with in some way, it's not going to leave. So try again in the morning. But for now, he does a slow circle and heads back towards the city, the settlement.
As the storm intensifies and lightning and thunder cracks around you all. Make a deck. No, just kidding.
Hey, man, that'll be fun. Let's do it. We're practically gods, right?
Uh-huh. It's okay. You guys are just hundreds of feet up in the air. What can go wrong?
I've got one more wild shape if I lose this one.
But you do eventually make your way back towards the entrance of the mine, that area in the mountainside. Would you like to fly all the way back downtown, or are you gonna...
Yeah. Let's go all the way back. There's no sense in walking in the rain.
You fly all the way back down, scaring the living daylights out of some of the villagers who are making their way, various business in the rain.
Go up.
Not too many, but
another story for the city, for the settlement.
And you land in the street right in front of the Ale Spring Inn. As there's one guy cloaked, hood up, like against the rain, who is reaching for the door and is just stopped, mouth just open, staring at.
I let out one loud eagle scream before I changed back into my druid form.
Yeah. He falls on his ass, like backwards, like as he let out this eagle scream.
I think I'll probably hop down and help him up, and then head into the tavern and go for the hearth, if they have a hearth in here.
They do, in the corner. Ravina's been feeding it consistently to make sure it's nice and toasty. As the guy still just mouth open, doesn't even follow you guys in. It's just standing out there in the rain, like.
He would watch me change back, so I don't know how he would feel about that.
No, that's why he's still just mouth open. Just this is not one of the miners. This is just another villager. So.
Belladin holds the door open for him, like, come on. And if he just keeps standing there, he's like, okay.
Yeah, he's just like, just blue screened right now.
So Hal will make his way into the hearth and kind of nod his head at Fenthwick and say, yeah, we saw it. It's heading back north, but hopefully Bella can do his, and he'll make it wiggly fingers and say, tell us that it's going to be a clear day tomorrow, and we can head back out that way. And as he's stripping off his pauldrons and his straps and his somewhat leather armor and wringing his hair out and doing his best Fabio as he gets close to the fire.
How many women are in here? Do they need to roll, what would that be? Charisma saving throws?
Yeah, it's mostly drunken miners.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to be standing by the fire as well, because I have to be soaked, even though I was in a different form.
Hal is definitely hugging Belladin half naked.
Okay. I'm just I've got
arm over shoulder, right?
Yeah.
Around the shoulder.
Yeah. But I also have this, I wasn't ready. So the staff is kind of stuck in between us.
Yeah,
and
it's a super awkward hug.
Yeah. With my other hand, I'm patting him on the back. Yep.
Goodness me. Sir Hal, Belladin.
Oh, sorry. We're making a mess. We just
No, it's fine. Just please, let me get you all some blankets.
Thank you. Fenthwick, could you bring those glasses over? Maybe we can have a little toast or drink or something while we warm up.
What am I, your maid? Get your own damn glass. I've been sitting here waiting for how long for you clowns?
I like the motion where the giant man holding me I can't.
Yeah, Hal definitely just has a full-on bear hug grip on you still, not letting go.
Yep. I'm not gonna expend another changing to a giant black bear just to get out of this hug. No. I'm glad that we've seen it. Okay, so you wanted to go there really bad. So explain to me what the goal is. Does it have a message for you? Why do you want to go to it?
You see, when I told y'all I was the last of my tribe. That wasn't really the truth. And we were captured by the Crystal Blade orcs, and I spent most of my young life in there. That's how I know how to speak orc and then summarily speak giant. But when we escaped, my uncle escaped, my dad didn't make it. They fled to the secret fortress to the north. He said, head south, find some capable warriors, learn from them what you can, and if you can, bring them north because a war is coming. So here we are. He said he would send me a sign. It's usually some kind of giant white bird that's a little bit.
No, that was massive. Like way bigger than my eagle.
And after a moment, Ravina comes back with the blankets and here, and pulls up some chairs so you can sit right next to the hearth there. It's a pretty big roaring fire to heat up and warm this entire, kind of central room of the Ale Spring Inn. And I can bring you the meat pies over here if you'd like to eat. I think Sir Fenthwick and Kor might have already started. Would you like me to bring your meals over here?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Has Hal let me go so I can sit down?
Hal, have you let him go?
Yeah. At this point, he would sit down and just plant himself right in front of the fire and kind of just stare into the flames and have that far-off look while he eats some food.
Yep, and you are eventually brought over a meat pie. And Rena says to you, Bellad, I can bring a table over so you could all sit here together if you'd like.
I'll raise a single eyebrow at Fenthwick and Kor to see if they want to move over here. It might be too warm for them. They're not soaking wet.
It's fine. Kor's fine with it. I'm fine with it.
All right, yeah. Let's pull the table over. Sorry, we're reorganizing your entire tavern.
No, I wouldn't want any of y'all to catch anything. You're soaked to the bone.
Oh, we're all right. Wouldn't be the first time.
Could I get you some more water, Kor? I'll take that. Maybe later. And you guys are sitting at a table closer to the hearth. Fenthwick and Kor are on the opposite end of the table, a little bit further, so it's not quite too warm. While Hal is just sitting, staring into the flames.
Can I have that drink now?
Yes, by all means. It's a momentous occasion.
It's definitely strong. It's got a good kick to it, but there's a smooth finish, and it's got a distinctive smoky flavor to it. So it's pretty good rye whiskey.
Helps warm you back up.
So, what took you two so long?
Bellin just motions towards Hal since he was the one who was out there longer.
Hal is just sitting there, his elbows on his knees, holding his food, just staring into the fire, like contemplating life.
Oh, he's having a moment. So, from what I can tell, he went off in the direction that I pointed to try and get a view of the bird I saw, the giant rock. And he was coming back down, probably because it was getting dark. I picked him up, and we got pretty high, and we both saw it and tried to get close, but it's way faster than I am. And he tried to use the Gem of Brightness a couple times to get its attention, but I don't know. It's here for him, right? So I imagine it'll be here tomorrow or the day after, and we'll have more opportunities. It was getting too dark, and I can't see in the dark when I'm an eagle. So we came back. It's definitely out there, though.
Well then, what time is it by now?
It's probably early evening now. The sun has set already. The miners and villagers are kind of wrapping up their evening meals, getting ready to head back home, as not many of them keep very late hours, as most of them have a pretty early morning, so no matter what work they do here. So most people tend to sleep after the sun goes down here.
I think after a little while, I would break out of his reverie and like look around to see who has the glass of booze and, take a quick drink of his or theirs, whatever was at hand, with a big dumb grin on his face. I really I'm at a loss for words. We've been out here. I mean, me and Fenthwick running around forever. I mean, you came along with us, Belladin, but I appreciate what you've done. Can you tell, is it going to rain again tomorrow? I mean, it feels like it, but I'm not sure.
I tried to click on the eagle token. Eagle does not have spells.
Oh, that's right. You are no longer an eagle.
I used my druidcraft to see what the weather will be like tomorrow.
All right, and you feel the spores around you kind of condense into your hand and start to swirl in a brief crackle of energy, magical energy. And you see clouds, but they're lighter. No rain. And you would know, Belladin, I'm not going to make you roll a nature check for this. It seems weird, especially because nature's tied with intelligence. But you would know, especially, living in a druidic tribe, outside mostly, in a heavy downpour such as this, the rain doesn't tend to last a very long time. It might rain all tonight, but it won't rain tomorrow.
Okay. Yep. I will let Hal know that it's a heavy downpour like this is gonna wear itself out. Tomorrow there'll still be clouds, but it'll be no rain.
So, a big mouse. And then later again, you turned yourself into the same big mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
wait.
became
You think
a
the
giant
badger?
eagle.
You think that it was a? It was a giant badger.
Hmm.
It was a mini gargantuan badger.
Looked like a mouse to me. Darker colored, but I mean, definitely looked like one of them field mouses out there in the tundra. So, not really sure what a badger is, but I'll take your word for it. And then you turned into a giant eagle. 3 times a day, 4 times a day, you can do that.
2. Well, I mean, look. There are certain things I can do that I have to go to sleep, and then the next day I can do them again. But for this, I really just need like an hour-ish, and then I can do them more. It's the same thing you notice in combat when I get like the network around me gets thicker and stronger, and I'm able to do more when we're fighting, and I'm also a little bit more resilient. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Same deal.
So we can fly up there tomorrow. For how long can you fly for? Retcon, you are flying back from the mountain and your wild shape wears off.
Doesn't it last
4 hours?
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Oh, okay.
So if I could do that twice, that's 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then I only
just
rest an hour, and then I can do it for 8 more hours. So in a day, I can do about 16 hours of flight.
All right. Hopefully we can find out if there's a message or if that is in fact my uncle. What the hell has he been doing over the last few months? Because he can never do something that gigantic. Anyways, yeah, it's pretty amazing. And he kind of stares back at the fire thinking, what is he going to do for Poppy and what is he going to do for Marisol? And like, now he has to go north. Is it like right away? So he just kind of fades off into the night staring at the fire.
Would anyone like to do anything or say anything for the rest of the night?
No.
You all finish your meals and drinks, and if you would like, you could head back to your rooms to rest for the night. So everyone's just heading back to their respective rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe that you guys had 2 rooms, right?
Yep. Me and Fenthwick.
And Kor and I.
Mm-hmm. All right, then you guys are just going to take a rest?
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else we need to do today. Like, I thought we were gonna go back and maybe clear out the tar hole thing underneath that, underneath the candle shack, because there was still stuff down there, right?
Maybe we were
Yeah.
going to enlist the miners to do that.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Okay.
Or you were going to turn it into to chill all the tar and let them chop it up like obsidian. I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I can totally do that. I should change.
But
my
Hal's not
plans.
thinking of like anything else. Of course. Got to get up early. Got to go out there. It's going to be great. And you know, Fenthwick's Hal's talking to Fenthwick's ear off as he's trying to go to sleep.
Like, yes, Big Bird. I'm sure it's tits. I should have learned silence.
As eventually you all find sleep coming to you. Some a little more difficult than others. Some being kept from their sleep a little more than others.
I cast water breathing, but that's it with the group before we go to bed. Sorry.
No worries. You do your ritual dance. Probably in one of your rooms, maybe not in the common room here.
Ooh, might be able to
You
make
know,
some extra gold.
if we really wanted to like freak out the locals before we go to bed, we could all ask for a big like bowl of water. We could just stick our faces in it for a while.
You want to see a party trick?
I'll bet you 5 gold I can put my face in there for 5 minutes.
Not a bad scam, actually. But
Yeah, for real.
you all find eventually sleep taking you. Kor, what does Kor do when he rests for the night? When he goes into his trance?
I was worried about the time being fire, okay? It was scary.
So yes, Kor, if you could tell us, what do you do for your nightly rest?
Every day. He sits down in the corner, meditates, try to center himself, find his astral self, and explore the world and deeper connection with nature and all that nonsense that he was trained to do all his life.
All right. So you sit in the corner once more. Sometimes you would do this with a candle in front of you to focus, but lately you've been foregoing that extra little bit of preparation. And you center yourself and enter the meditative state that you've been taught by the masters at Heaven's Path Monastery. And you find yourself afloat in an endless, grayless expanse. Something you're very familiar with. What you think might be a form of the astral sea, or at least what your mind's eye perceives as the astral sea. And you reflect on your teachings and the adventures you've had since leaving the monastery, and internalize those happenings, but at the same time trying to let them go as well, and empty your mind to perfect your astral self, as you were taught. And you look around in this endless gray expanse, and your formless body. But there's something strange. As your mind's eye kind of looks around, you look down at where your body usually... what you think your body is, but you know not to expect anything, as you're incorporeal here. But you see this golden thread coming out of what you perceive as the center of yourself. And as you see it now, you can see and you follow it, and it continues further into the infinite expanse. What do you do?
If it seems like something that's important for me in this state.
On following the thread, and you suddenly feel this sense of being thrust forward as your consciousness finds itself in the inside of a building A simple wooden cabin. Hearth in the center of the room. A small pot bubbling something over it. Simple bed, table, and 2 chairs. And tending to this hearth fire and pot, you see a young elven woman, looking a bit worried. And she looks over towards the table and the chairs, and you see a young elven male, sitting on one of the chairs, pipe in hand, staring out into the wilds beyond, absent-mindedly. You see him mouthing the end of the pipe before he realizes that it's gone out. Here, let me get that for you, dear. It's the dreams again, isn't it? It's every night now. He's calling. Feel it. Can't we do something about it? Can't you ignore it? I wish I could. The blood calls. And he looks out towards the window again. And you see this woman stare worriedly back at this young elven male and put a hand to her stomach with a concerned look on her face. And you see this golden thread pass through both this elven woman and this elven male and go out the cabin. What would you like to do?
Did Kor recognize anything with the man and the woman, or is this just...
Give me a perception check.
That again. We're doing 4.
24. You've never met this man before, but it's strange. He seems familiar. Trying to remember where you might have seen him. And you look into his eyes. And then it hits you. You've seen those same eyes. Plenty of times. Every time you've looked in a mirror.
Alright, I've now am floating back in the astral emptiness, so there's no thread to follow backwards. I can only move forward.
It depends what you like to do. You can see the thread continuing through these figures and out.
They're just okay. I need to know. He's dreaming the same way. I have now been dreaming about random elves that seem to be connected. I think I have to keep going.
Alright, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. 17. 22. You start following the thread, and as you continue further, you feel it starting... Rather than you follow it, you feel it trying to tug at you and bring you faster and closer. But you're able to resist and control it. And you see another scene. This time, of a complex. Many huts on many islands in the middle of a lake. Elves walking around, making their way, tending. You see some elves standing in circles, chanting, obviously in some sort of ritual. One tends a garden. And you see with the wave of their hand, sprouts appear from the ground. And you follow this thread, and you see a young elven boy seated on a wooden bench across from an older elven male. Still look young looking, but it's hard to tell elves' age once they reach maturity. Will I be able to learn like you, Father? I think you will, lad. I think you will. Remember this, boy. You've got the blood of kings in you. And with that, the vision fades. And you feel the golden thread start to dissipate for a moment. You find yourself once again adrift in the endless expanse of what your mind's eye thinks is the astral sea.
Excellent.
And you continue on with your night's rest. Fenthwick.
Yes.
As you find sleep taking you, you find yourself having normal dreams of home, of gnomes dancing in the firelight, large stones seeming to dance in the background behind them. And then the scene shifts, and you find yourself in a sea of lush grass. Grasslands surround you. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll stroll towards the nearest hill.
You stroll towards the hill, and as you make your way up, you feel the wind at your back suddenly gust stronger. And you hear a screech, a roar behind you. You turn towards it, and for a moment you shield your eyes as you stare almost directly into the sun behind you. And as you cover your eyes, you see suddenly a shadow move in front of the sun. And as it comes closer, you are almost blinded once more as shimmering bronze scales shimmer in the sunlight. Large wings buffeting the wind towards you. As you see a large, scaled winged creature flying at great speed towards you. Before you even have time to prepare or react, the figure passes over you. Its bronze scales almost blinding you with their reflective light. Give me a perception check. 6. Like I said, as you shield your eyes from this blinding light, you're not able to notice much as you almost cower and try to hide from this monstrous figure. It seems to be bearing down almost straight towards you. You think this is it. This is the end. And with a whoosh and buffeting winds, it passes over you and continues on towards its destination. You stand and look, and you see now a singular mountain rises up from the plains in the distance, and you see many winged creatures flying around it, from it, and towards it. In that moment of confusion, you see the figure barreling towards this mountain, and in a moment your consciousness is brought with it. You see this creature land on a stone platform on the mountainside. You see a carved, arched entrance heading inside. And you see now, this isn't the same kind. While this beast is similar to the one you recently fought, it's different. It has no forearms or forelegs. It's just the 2 legs and the wings. And you see it on it a saddle. And coming down from it, you see another scaled figure, this time a humanoid, armored, jump off. His silver scales also glistening in the sunlight before heading inside. And as your sight adjusts to the inside, you see a large central chamber, circular, with a large circular table in the middle. What appears to be a landscape recreated meticulously on it, with seeming almost tiny flags around it. The silver-scaled humanoid goes in. Apologies for being late, First Fang. I bring ill news. And you look and you see a hooded, robed figure turn now. White scales, looks back to you. Face of a dragon. Same as the rider. What news do you bring? The betrayers have brought the children of Isil to Elorna. The army has already marched on our eastern villages. They burn all they find. Damn them. Prepare the evacuations. We must make ready for war. Of course, First Fang. And the scene darkens until it's just the figure staring at the map and you. And after a moment, the figure turns its head back towards you. You have more strength than I thought to be able to see this.
Wait, you can actually see me?
You are in
When he looks at me, I look behind him. Me like, He's looking at somebody else.
There's just dark. There's just blackness. You are both just in this infinite blackness with this table left, this figure, and you. You are not one of the children of Isil. What are you, little one?
What are the children of Isil?
Make a history check for me, Fenthwick. 27. You remember meeting a certain elven scholar, Cithril Ellerin from Vakel, who told you the history of the elves and their first kingdoms, Urea de Isil and Kala de Isil, that were lost to time, and that they were brought by Gian to help fight the Eternal War against Valinar's lieutenants and their people.
So, no, not a child of Isil.
And yet you have the strength to see my memories.
Apparently so. Who are you?
That was my question, as you are here in my memories. But I will ignore that lack of decorum.
Sorry, you're appearing in my dreams, so it's you don't see me getting in a huff about it. That's all I'm saying. But please, go on.
I am First Fang Turisu of the Northern Dragonflight.
Any of that mean anything to me?
Roll me another history check. 12. It sounds familiar. Not the name, but the title, but you can't quite place it right now. For you to be here, little one, that means you hold my staff.
So you're the thing in the staff.
And you are?
Oh, you can just call me Fenthwick Rivenstone. Give him a little bow.
Fenthwick Rivenstone,
Hmm.
current wielder of the staff of the First Fang. Let us see. No. Let us test your worthiness. And the scene shifts. And suddenly, you find yourself in a sandy arena. Large stone statues around you, and large flickering braziers on the corners barely illuminate the arena floor. Just give me a moment. As you see yourself standing now across from this dragonoid figure. And let me put you.
Yeah, all I see is there. I see him. Okay.
Why? You know what? This is illuminated enough. I'm going to.
I mean, I can see everything.
No. I put the party token there, but apparently they can't see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, as I said, let us see your worthiness. And let's roll some initiative. Let me start. Alright, you got a 20. I'll just make sure that you... Alright. Alright, he rolled a 17. There we go. Fenthwick, you get to go first. You have all your spell slots, so you can go ahead and take a long rest now. Before this, you do not have your staff.
Okay. Okay. I will. Guess I will cast slow at him.
All right.
So wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Give me. Wisdom saving throw. All right. He is going to use a legendary resistance.
Oh, you bastard!
To resist the effects of slow.
Okay. Well, in that case. Oh. Oh, the game is paused. I can't move.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
I'm like, why can't I move? And there's no apparent grid.
You want the grid? I can turn it on.
No, I've got the measurement tool out.
Okay.
What the heck? I will just move backwards.
All right. Let's see. All right. What is he going to do? You see him start to mutter an incantation.
Counter spell.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. He is going to counter your counter spell.
Counter my counter spell. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me. Roll. All right. Oh, I didn't realize I've been. So. 3 turns. Oh. All right. So you see him mutter this incantation for a moment. And then you see him suddenly in front of you for a moment. And then at the same time, the 5. suddenly, as in just a blink of an eye, you feel your body just ravaged with pain as electricity, the That's true. I don't think you could have counterspelled from back there.
I thought I counterspelled before I moved. I don't remember.
It would have been on his turn.
Okay, so I guess I did not counterspell.
You can, well,
You-
you both get this slap back.
And your reactions.
Yep. Yeah, suddenly you also take 5th level, so D1 more dart, each spell above the first. So that's, was that 7?
Oh,
21.
Is this magic?
Yeah.
Is this magic missile?
Magic missile and lightning bolt.
Well, if I've got my reaction back, then I will just shield away the magic missile.
Unfortunately, you cannot. You feel the effects of these spells after they've already hit you, in a blink of an eye.
Okay.
You see him finish this incantation, and in that moment, there's this weird feeling of after he finishes it, you suddenly feel your body just racked with pain. And you see him shimmering in this shield of fire around him. That is his turn. Okay. So we are now in round number 4. It is your go.
Okay. What the heck? I will. Wait a second. How much damage did I take?
Let's see. That's 21 plus 34, 55.
Oh, that ain't good. Do I still have all my inventory?
You do, except for the staff. The staff.
Except for the staff.
Yeah. He is now.
Okay. I guess since that really hurt, I will cast False Life on myself at 5th level. So I regain. Well, I get 25 temporary hit points.
All right. He is going to try to counterspell this.
Then I will try to counterspell his counterspell.
All right. Let's see.
And here we are.
What level do you cast your counterspell at? I've decided mine already.
I'll cast it at 4th level.
Okay, I need you to roll for me.
Well, what?
It's just make a spell attack roll because it's just a d20 plus your spell modifier. So just make a spell check, I guess, from here. 11. You go to counter his counter spell, and his magic is stronger, and it overtakes yours, and you see these kind of... Normally counterspell, it's almost invisible, but as these meet, you see these sparks of energy fly as the both weaves try to undo each other, and you see his now swirling and engulfing yours and it just completely swallows it and rushes towards you, and you feel the magic of false life fizzle out from your hands.
Well, in that case, I suppose I will bonus action drink a potion of healing then.
All right. Roll for that. Did I say 42?
It says 2d4 plus 2.
No, I know, but at the bottom, I'm just wondering if it says 42.
Does
Under
what
the
say
2d4.
42?
But no one else sees that? Maybe it's just me.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I see. Yeah, I see 8.
Yeah, I know. On the bottom, for me, it has a number. Maybe it's just a GM thing. All right, so you
Nope.
regain 8 hit points.
What it is, it's the 4 and then the 2 for the 2 dice.
Okay. All right. You'll have to do better than that, Fenthwick Rivenstone.
Mhm.
If you hope to keep control of my staff. And he's going to cast Lightning Bolt again. So I need you to make a Dexterity saving throw for me, please.
But this is against magic, so I actually get
Yeah.
that twice. Of course, I rolled
It
the same
saves.
damn thing.
You saved, so you take half.
Was he supposed to do this the first time he got hit by lightning bolt? Because he didn't.
Nope.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
You did not actually see Lightning Bolt be cast, nor Magic Missile. You just felt the effects of them on your body afterwards. So you take half of 42 points of lightning damage. So 21.
Hang on a second. Let me look at something. Okay, then as my reaction, I will use Fade Away and become invisible.
Okay. Where do you think you can run to, Fenthwick Rivenstone? Your trial is here. That's his turn. Let me go. So.
Well, let's see. I will move. And I'm going to try False Life again.
All right. Let's see. He's going to use a counter spell at.
What? He has to be able to see me.
Oh, that's right. You were so it'd be
Visible.
You will turn invisible after the action. Yep. I mean, visible after the action. So
Yeah.
yep. So you cast the spell, gain 21 temporary hit points, and become visible. Interesting tricks you have, Fenthwick Rivenstone. Anything else?
And believe that. Let me think. I suppose, what the heck? Bonus action. I will drink my other healing potion.
All right. Nine points of healing. Let's see. What is the range? 60 feet. All right. If this is all you have, little one, I think you will find my staff to be a bit much for you. And he takes out an item. Something distasteful towards you. That would be... And you see him wave his hand as he casts Banishment.
Hang on a second. And I will use. I have my bonus action still.
I think you, your reaction, you mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you have your reaction.
Okay, then I will add 4 to that using Arcane Deflection.
Okay. So you save. You have more will than I thought you would, little one. If you wish to continue this trial, so be it. That is his turn. He's going to stay where he is.
What the heck? I'll try to bust out Bigby's hand.
Okay.
I'm assuming if he doesn't counterspell me,
He will try to counterspell you.
then I will try to counterspell him. 4th level.
All right. Let me... I need you to roll for me.
Shit.
Once again, you do not yet have the strength, little one. And he just waves his hand. And this time, you feel the magic just dissipate around you.
You know, that little one stuff is very just uncool.
All right. If you wish to continue this trial, so be it. He's going to use his last 5th level spell to cast Cone of Cold. Why is this? Oh, I gotta change it up there.
I will try to counterspell that.
Okay. He does not have. You can't.
I can't because I don't have my reactions.
Neither of us can counterspell right now.
Okay. And Cone of Cold is Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling like crap today.
Unfortunately, you take 37 points of cold damage.
Uh,
Halved due to your amulet.
Oh, right. Okay. So, what's that then?
That would be 18. He looks towards you. You carry a sacred relic, Fenthwick Rivenstone.
What, this old thing? Oh, shucks.
That is his turn.
Well, then I'm gonna try to throw a chromatic orb at him.
Okay.
Lightning.
All right, go for it. A 15. Let's see, 15 hits.
Good damage roll.
29 points of damage. Nice. Let me. Interesting. All right. You see him crackle, and you see him wince a little bit, but then he shakes it off. Good. Good. You'll need to find that kind of strength. Do you have the strength to wield this staff, Fenthwick Rivenstone? Do you have the strength?
Why don't you let me have it and I'll show you?
Do you have the strength to face the truth of the ages, little one? Is that your turn?
I guess that's probably my turn.
All right. He's going to use his last 3rd level spell to cast Lightning Bolt once more. Now,
Then I will.
let me give it back to you.
That I will counterspell.
Okay.
At 3rd level. Yeah.
3rd level. He's got. Oof. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to see how many spell slots he has left. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll for me.
Yeah, it was 20.
20. Nice. So this time, you... Huh. Wait, how does that work?
No. It's
No,
what's your
it's-
modifier? What's your intelligence modifier? Is it 5?
4.
Wait.
Four?
You roll. You no.
So that
I'm
was a
sorry. I'm doing
16.
that out of order. You counterspelled, and then he counterspelled higher, so he doesn't have to roll. It would be him to have to roll to counter your counter. That was my mistake. So your counter.
I thought he was out of everything above 3rd.
No. He's out of 3rd now.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, and you can add 21 hit points, as he would not have been able to do the other 5th level magic missile. 21, you make it. So you take 19 points of lightning damage. That is his turn. He's running out of spell slots with all these counters.
Yeah, you guys are counterspelling for days. It's wild.
It's a mage battle, man.
So I have all my other inventory, yeah?
Yes. Except for the staff.
Except for the staff.
So you regain that 21 hit points from magic missile, but he also regains a spell slot.
Trying to find something here. What the heck? I will use the last of Kyotum's ointment.
Okay. You regain 10 hit points. Is that your action?
Yeah, that would be my action.
Okay.
Do you have any bonus action spells?
Do I have any bonus action spells?
Yeah, they do exist. They're just not usually.
It's not much for wizards, really, like
Yeah.
Misty Step and stuff. And
I do. I just don't know how much it's really gonna help me. But what the heck? Why not? I will cast Shield of Faith on myself as a bonus action.
Oh, dang.
okay.
And I guess that would be my action.
Bonus to the AC. Nice. All right, that's your turn. Any movement?
What the heck? Since I don't know, I'll get a little closer to him.
All right. He says, I tire of this pitiful back and forth, Fenthwick Rivenstone. Find me when you've become stronger. Gonna cast Banishment again.
Charisma save.
Yep.
Oh, but it's against magic. Like it matters. I'll add 4 to that for all it good it'll do.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not enough. As he waves his hand and mutters an incantation, and you feel yourself starting to dissolve. And you look at your body, and you start just disappearing. And he says, "It seems you are not strong enough yet, Fenthwick Rubenstone. My time may yet come." And you awaken with a start in your bed. And you see Hal asleep in the other bed next to you. As you are back in the Ale Spring Inn.
Like, damn, no more whiskey before bedtime.
And if you could, Fenthwick, search D&D Beyond for Staff of the First Fang and replace your Staff of Power with it. And you all can take a long rest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the stuff I used, did I really use it, or is it
No,
still there?
still there.
Oh, that would have been amazing though if you were like, oh no, all my potions are gone.
So yeah, you can go back 2 of the healing potions and the ointment. Let me know if you can find the staff.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay. So, morning comes, you all awaken in your rooms at the Ale Spring Inn in Nestle Rock. What would you like to do?
I think Al would get up extra early and be like shaking Fenthwick, not knowing what his night was like. And be like, "Come on, man, let's go. Sun's about to come up. Come on. We gotta go. Gotta go." And if he doesn't wake up, he'll go to the door next door where he assumes Kor and Belladin are.
Kor is already up, having been up many hours before with his meditation being done.
Yeah, Kor would probably actually be outside already, just kind of going through, just in front of the inn. The wee hours of the morning, even though this is a farming community, so people are probably awake watching me people random outside. But
At this point, your morning exercises are the least weird thing your group has done in this town. But Belladin would be... Belladin, you tell me, would you be awake or asleep?
Yeah. I get up early. That's what D&D's for, right? We play make believe. I
Mhm.
wake up bright and early, feeling good
The
And-
biggest fantasy of D&D.
of all time,
8 hours, full rest.
and I feel fantastic when I wake
Yeah.
up. Just
No bruises.
All my
No
hit points
colds,
back.
nothing.
No aches and pains, no soreness,
Mhm.
just good. And no, so if Hal knocks on the door, like Belladin opens it immediately, like he had just finished getting ready. Oh, good. Oh wow, you've got a glint in your eye.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, yeah, maybe I'll talk with you and Fenthwick about this, but I do have some ideas for the Rock. I just don't know if the Rock will be happy with me if I do it, so it might be a bad idea. I'll tell you in a bit. Let's.
I mean, we
get
just
everyone-
we just have to get its attention. We don't have to do anything to it.
Right. I can write words in the sky. Would that help?
I mean, I'm not sure that it's gonna be able to read it. Shit, I can't even hardly read it. What does it say?
Oh,
Or what
I
would
don't
it
know.
say? It's a big happy face, big arrow.
Yeah, maybe a big arrow, just pointing to our location. Like, hey, giant Arctic rock, go here. Right? Point it towards the. But would we get everybody else? No, I'll talk with you in 5th. Let's just talk about it over breakfast.
Yeah, you might have to go in there and wake him up.
I woke up and Kor was gone, but that's pretty normal. So let's get what Fenthwick's not up.
No, I shook him a little bit. He had that drool going on. I don't know. Maybe you can use some of that spore stuff on him.
I can. No, I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna hurt him. But maybe a little gaseous form. Maybe that'll wake him up.
Nope. We tried to do this before, Poppy and I, with Pebbles and I forget that other elf's name. It didn't go over well. So
Oh.
took him a while to stop pranking us back. So I'd recommend against it.
Okay.
But you
Good
can
enough.
if you want to. Just tell him I wasn't part of
No, it sounds like it escalated, and I don't want any part of it. Let's wake him up.
it. All right.
Or do you think he'll just wake up naturally? Let's just go get breakfast.
That's true. I wonder if we get mad if I carry him.
Ooh.
Anyways.
Ooh. We go
All
get
right.
breakfast.
Yeah, we'll go eat.
All right. You guys head downstairs. Fenthwick, do you sleep in or do you get up eventually?
Yeah, I'll get up.
All right. I would say about midway through you guys' breakfast. Kor, when do you come in?
Yeah, I probably try to time my exercises to where I'm done when they wake up. So they woke up a little early,
Yeah.
so I'd be like halfway through their breakfast.
So the three of you are midway through your breakfast. Roland is the one who serves in the morning, as Ravina kind of has the late night shift, the night shift.
Mhm.
And he serves you guys, a simple porridge, usually what they have for breakfast. Anything you guys would like to drink. And Fenthwick comes in about midway through the breakfast. Right, would you like anything there, Sir Fenthwick? I can get you a bowl as well.
I'm sorry. What are we having today?
It's just a simple egg porridge.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. Bring it on. Can't. Won't make my mood any worse.
All right then. Yeah, and it's just a simple boiled egg porridge with some, greens in there, pickled greens.
He's cast prestidigitation to make it taste like bacon.
All right.
Paladin looks at him and is like, wait, what did you do just now? You just cast magic on your food?
Yeah, I changed the flavor.
Just a look of pure shock and befuddlement passes over Belladin's face of like, you could do that this whole time?
Mhm. Well, I could say the same thing about the badger thing.
Okay. Admittedly, that's pretty fun. But otherwise, I could just tell you what the weather's going to be tomorrow and light torches and stuff. You can change the flavor of food. Do you understand how much money you could make with that?
Usually just saves me a bard tab.
Can you do it to
Yes,
mine too?
I knew lots of... I am the king of stupid magic tricks.
I would like mine to taste like bacon, please. No, I would love like a strawberry porridge, like a fruit porridge. Can you do that?
Fine. Strawberries.
I mean, I'll take the bacon.
Bacon all around.
Hey,
Bacon and strawberries.
Ooh, sweet with the savory and the salty. Ooh, you have something here.
Hal will eat extra fast and be like, are we ready? Can we go? Are we ready?
What, are we chasing a big bird?
I mean, relatively speaking, it's pretty big.
It's huge. I would even go far as to say gargantuan. Well, I mean, you and I can... I don't think I can carry more than one person as a giant eagle. So, I don't know how we're doing this. Oh, Fenthwick. I was telling him about this earlier. I can write in the sky. So I could, like... I didn't know if the Arctic rock was like me and maybe, intelligent and could read maybe. So I was thinking about writing something in the sky like, hey, your tundra long lost prince is here, and then point down at the settlement, but Hal doesn't think that it can read, so maybe just an arrow, but I feel weird about pointing an arrow down at the settlement. Like, wouldn't that get undue attention from anybody within miles? I don't.
So
Or I could.
So you can write in the sky.
Yeah.
Why can't you just write words and tell it where to go?
Right, but Hal doesn't think that it can read.
Oh.
I don't know anything about Arctic rock. For all of my travels, I have never been this far north, so I've never seen an Arctic. I don't know anything about them. Just because of a druid doesn't mean I know anything about all animals. You know what I mean?
You could point somewhere else, closer by.
Oh, maybe that outcropping that you were talking about, Hal.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can run up there.
Yeah,
Right.
Kor's pretty fast, but I don't know how you're going to get up there, Fenthwick. Are you coming with? Is everybody going, or is it just going to be Hal and I? I feel like we shouldn't split up.
Any reason we can't just walk there?
That's true.
No reason, I think. I mean, it's a
Flying
little
was
steep,
great.
but
Yeah,
I got a
I can
grappling
do it.
hook, rope, some pitons.
Are you fighting?
Hopefully not. I don't want to fight that thing.
Yeah, I don't want to fight. I just have a
It's a
message.
beautiful bird.
Lovely plumage.
Yeah, here's the other thing too. I could earthbind it, but I feel like that would piss it off.
Yeah, I don't think you need to do that.
Okay. Or polymorph it. That might be funny. Yeah, let's finish our food and just walk up there. Maybe we'll see
All
it
right.
again. No polymorphing, right? Right?
Nope. Whatever
Okay.
that means, don't do it.
Oh, I could change it into other things.
Yeah, I like a mouse and an eagle.
Right. No, I can do that to... I could change, like, Kor into a sheep. Or a
Oh,
giant turtle.
I would pay to see that.
I wouldn't do that to Kor. That's mean. I usually... I could do it to, like, our enemies. Like, if we're fighting something, I could just turn them into something else, like a turtle or something.
Oh, okay. A snapping turtle? Like an
No,
Arctic
'cause-
snapping turtle?
No, because I don't want it to attack. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just finish our food and go up.
All right.
And you guys finish your meal and start making your way towards the point. Anyone who would like can make me a perception check.
Yeah, I'd be keeping an eye out. I'd be like, hey, Kor, can you see if you can see the rock? It's not raining anymore, but there's still clouds. 24. 25. Kor's just got to make me look bad.
Yeah, we go that way.
You point to the west. No, it was this way.
Halbar, unfortunately, your human eyes can't quite differentiate that high in the sky. But Kor, your elven eyes, and Belladin, with your druidic training, you see high up above the sky, Belladin, near the point where you picked up Hal the night before, circling among the white clouds, a small figure up there. Like you guys can barely make it out, the white on white. But you can see this bird circling. And just the fact that you can see it from this, when it's that high up, it looks small in perspective, but you know it must be massive.
Well, let's make our way up. I can only write in the sky and have it be there for an hour. So let's get up there, and then we'll do an arrow, or maybe I'll try and draw Hal, right? Because it was sent to find you, right? Maybe I can try and write your face in the sky with clouds, or your silhouette, or your weapon, maybe, and then just point down to where we are. Yeah, maybe that'll work. And I'm like saying this as we're going up the hill.
And as you guys make your way up, Hal, this time, it takes you guys a little bit longer as a group than you, Hal, just rushing up there on your own. As some of you aren't quite as athletic. But eventually you guys make your way to that same outcropping. But there's really... And it starts getting to the point, and there's not that much room at the end of this. The base you can all fit. But towards the point, it gets narrower and narrower. What would you guys like to do?
I'll go out there, and then you point to me.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to do it ritually, which means it'll be 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
Alright. You can feel Hal eyes staring through you as you take this 10 minutes.
Oh, I know. I know.
But eventually you do cast Skyrite.
Hal casts initiative because I took too long? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Patience, Hal, please.
I would like to rage.
He's taking too long.
So what do you...
I mean, it says 10 words, right? So,
I pictured 10 arrows.
yeah, just 10 big arrows pointing at Hal in the sky, like imagine like a compass in the sky, and I'm just putting them at every 15 degrees, just pointing down at Hal.
Clouds above you that you guys saw earlier, Kor and Belladin, you see now start to take shape, and they each form these arrows pointing down towards you all. Hal, roll me a perception check, please.
I'm going to use luck.
It was almost
Okay.
on that 20 too.
Damn, 9.
You see these arrows glare, and you look up towards the sky and the morning sun, and you have to shield your eyes because now that the clouds have formed these arrows, there's nothing covering the sun. And you try to look up and you try to look for it, but you can't. You have to shield your eyes. It's like you're staring directly into the sun. But after a moment, you feel the wind start to pick up around you in gusts. And suddenly you are buffeted with strong winds as suddenly the sun is blotted out and an enormous Arctic snow-white rock flies directly from the sun towards you all as its shadow is cast over you. The wind from its wings buffeting you all. It's diving straight towards you all. Faster, faster, faster. And you all start to get a little bit worried. Is it going to stop? Is it going to attack? I'd like you all to roll. No, just kidding. And at the last moment, its wings, giant wingspans, flap once more, stopping it, and its giant talons perch on the edge of this outcropping rock. Its wingspans, majestic, covering the sky in front of you all. It lets them down, and it stares at you, Hal. What do you do?
I would probably take out my totem trophy of an eagle or a bird and put it across my chest and then move towards the creature.
Okay. You see Hal walk further out onto this stony outcropping, narrow and narrower, towards this perch of this giant creature. Hal, as you get closer, you see its body bow down towards you. Massive beak that could swallow you in a single bite, looming closer and closer. And the beak goes past your head and is now eye to eye with you. What do you do?
I'll reach up and rub it behind the eye ridges.
You reach out and touch it, and your totem flares with a magical light. The same light that now is reflected in this creature's eyes. With the strong push of its wings, it now jumps off its perch. And it hovers for a moment in the air. It lets out a loud screech. I'm not doing that again.
I'm
Where you
sorry,
at?
can you do that again? It kind of muted.
Yeah, it didn't pick up properly.
Yeah. But echoes. You all have to cover your ears with the strength of its scream. And it looks down towards you, Hal. And a voice booms out from nowhere. Halbar, who are you?
I am Halianthar of the Northern Watchers, Prince to the tribes, nephew to Ormir, son of Olaf.
Well then, Prince. The time has come to cast off your false names, to become who you were meant to be. Your uncle, Ormir has beseeched the goddess. I am here on her behalf. I come bearing message, Halianthar of the North. It is time for the stray to find its home, to bear the standard of the North, and to break the hold of Crystal. The time has come, Halianthar of the Northern Watchers. Your watch resumes once more. And with that, the light from its eyes grow almost blinding before dissipating, and another loud screech comes from the rock's beak before it turns and starts flying northeast. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.